as the enemy, the past, and threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Karl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send him home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line, initial it twice.
Parks included.
Hello. I'm Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade. PAX.com web online.
That'll work.
I'm also a Manifest Hereward Drawn, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, Jerry Holkins. And I'm here to run a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends. To my right, Dragonborn narcissist, Dinar Blitzen.
Whoa. Give the people what they want.
It's him. Now, to the right of my right, repping the natural world, Walnut Dawn Grass.
Oh.
Now,
Catching the thermals.
oh yeah. You're never coming down.
Nope.
You know what I mean? To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie Beestinger.
What?
Whoa.
Why?
Ta-da.
It's like I was completely engaged at the beginning, and I don't know. It went
David
to
Blaine, your ass.
it went to a novel place. That was some street magic. Hey,
Is that my credit card?
to the left of my left, emerging as though from a mist shroud, Cathris Drow. All right.
What do the podcast people think when they just hear you?
Can you just think of the audio?
Yeah, all right. For the podcast, we're making goofy faces.
They think that it's in front of a live audience that is not mic'd, that they just can't hear.
Oh.
These are just the sounds that we make.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
The sounds that we make quite naturally. Now, gathered friends, of course, Shadow Council, may our labors please you. When last we saw our heroes, they had recently made the acquaintance of a incredibly powerful sorcerer named somebody.
Moral.
Good one. Good recap.
Strix. It was Strix.
Oh,
except
I
Strix
think I got the other guy.
materialized.
It's true.
Although I am well pleased that you were right there with the name.
Yeah.
Materialized in a heap of bloody rags. There was a period of time where there was a whitewater rafting scenario. It ended with some malevolent crawdads. Shortly thereafter, you were able to emerge from these icy waters, having traversed a substantial amount of ground. And you are now in the current continuum east of the city of Galadirth, where a young Cathris Draub did grow. But in addition, just before the game ran out and Strix dematerialized and went back to her own game, Chris Perkins, DCA,
I know you're watching.
twitch.tv/D&D, Tuesdays.
Ugh. Tuesday.
No, I had one day.
Before we
So greedy.
Before we send her back, the party did make contact with a very strange shop in the Underdark that is in sort of a hollowed out stalagmite, and it is operated by one Moral, and her entourage of surly dwarven salesmen / bodyguards.
Dwergar.
Yeah. Baby wizard no more.
Other wizard.
Elder wizard coming in with the real techniques. Now, that is, I think, everything you need to know in order to play Dungeons and Dragons.
That's it.
I'm ready.
That's
roll,
mice.
or-
That's
So-
please.
Okay.
The situation is that Strix just vanished back.
Well,
into the
exactly.
earth.
The situation is that your parents went away for a week's vacation.
No.
Now, they left the keys to the brand new Porsche. Now the
I don't
question.
get this reference. Is that embarrassing? Like, we bring this up a lot.
I know it's a song, but
never-
I've
It's a thing.
never really
Never
listened to
Googled
it.
Now the
thing.
question is, would they mind?
Whose parents?
It's Dungeons and Dragons, motherfucker.
Yeah,
course
whose
not.
parents?
Roll.
Will Smith's parents. Will Smith.
Your parents.
Whoa.
No. Anyway,
parents.
so you are correct. Some last minute shopping and indeed a substantial amount of coin was exchanged to assist your new friend Strix on her way back to whatever she was trying to manage before, and now you are here with this bizarre tower that ambulates around on a weird kind of massive skeletal hand. And Moral is here, and I have every faith that she would sell you something else.
What's she got?
She
Passage into the city inside of her creepy thing.
Yeah, is there any?
Impenetrable drow disguises of
Nice.
various sizes.
Ooh, I add that to verse 2.
That rhymed. Yeah.
Let's converse. Let's bring it up here, everybody, because I don't want
don't
the
forget-
salesperson to hear us.
Okay.
I want to hear your rat voice, by the way. Dinar, you are still
Yeah,
a rat.
you are
right.
gonna need to
Oh,
talk in
yeah.
a rat voice. And it is gonna be that rat from Charlotte's Web.
Wait, so disguises again. I'm still, my mask of many faces is active.
Right.
I don't know for how much longer, maybe another 20 minutes. You are just cloaked.
Yeah, I'm just
have
small.
something.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And you, Walnut,
Weasel.
a weasel, and you've turned Dinar into a small rat, a regular rat.
A worthless little rat.
Super cute rat. Very, very cutest rat you ever seen. Go ahead.
Okay.
kerchief.
I do have
Yep, kerchief sword, green
rat
green
lupus,
arm.
though.
Rat lupus.
Yeah, and it's contagious. It's deadly in drow.
Oh, only drow can get it? Okay.
Rats
Okay.
carry disease.
Go
this
on
is
without
all,
me.
Yeah.
We love disease down here. Listen. I'm glad we're looking for better disguises, because I have a feeling that anybody who's not a drow is just going to be slaughtered on sight. There's not going to be a like, what brings you here type of a thing.
Gotcha.
This is not like, it's not even a, this is the furthest from a hub for the Underdark. This is a backwater town. They don't get a lot of outsiders, if any, and they kill what they don't understand. So, but I can't. But let me do the talking first.
Oh, sounds great. What could possibly go
yeah.
wrong here?
But I know these people. Granted, I know the culture from 300 years ago.
Yeah.
But I should have appeared older. That would have been smart.
If only I had it.
Oh yeah. It's just running monologue. Like, please talk to everyone for us.
Sounds like the
Somebody
best
tell
plan.
me what to say. Maybe that's the best way to
Will
play
Sarah
it.
know this?
Right.
Yeah.
Ask them for cheese. Wait, no. God. These thoughts are invading my head.
Wait, yeah, that's the point of the cheese.
Do they have peanuts?
Excuse me, miss. Oh, can't do that.
You know, I could actually go for some cheese too.
We'll find out.
Side quest.
All right, I'm going to try and keep this active. If anybody has a good thought on how I should see if they can disguise us better, just speak up.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I mean, we just need to disguise you. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, are you secreted on his person or on Tasty's person or on my person?
Tasty.
Okay.
So Tasty
Yeah,
is just heaped with
Road
tiny beasts. Now, how are you situated on young? How are you situated on young Tasty?
I wouldn't. Yeah, he's little. I'll jump on you.
Okay. You hanging on.
Can't keep them away from each other.
Nope.
Love it.
Like instinctively just pet,
Yeah.
pet, pet.
I'm just on top of your head.
scratch behind the ear.
Just like little loving nuzzle.
Yeah. So describe for me how young Tasty. Now, obviously, that's YUNG
Yes.
on one hand,
Oh yeah.
and then on the other hand, it's just TAST.
T.
Young Tast.
Young Tast.
No, there's a hyphen. It's very small though.
Okay.
Yeah. Right over the shoulder.
Like a stole?
Like a stole.
So do you just
gotta play
do you
dead.
just like drape yourself languidly over the?
I do have feign death.
Yeah, how are they going to react to the goblin?
That's a good question, DM. I don't think that the Drow are big fans of goblins.
I think the plan was for us to march him in like he's some kind of prisoner.
Okay.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
He's a sacrifice.
Okay.
Yes.
He is tasty. This is the thing. My disguise, I have to rest, and then it only lasts for an hour. So I also will be shopping for something that lasts longer than that.
Well, this shopping montage could count as a short rest, I think.
Well, yeah, and the shopping montage is going to be accompanied by the monkeys. I'm a believer.
Of course.
Okay. I was
And
going to
it's
say...
us like, no.
Yeah.
Just go in a dressing room and I come out in a little different hat on a little rat.
Squeak.
Let's just try talking to her.
squeak.
She's not scary.
Yeah,
No,
she seems
she's
nice.
fine.
She seems cool. Just be yourself, man.
As a priestess... Whoops. Just a moment. Do you have anything that could help us to infiltrate heretics that might be in the city by affording us with some form of disguise, maybe a potion that would allow us to look different, like a costume, but as a beverage?
Invisible also works.
That's also great. What I just thought of is invisibility. If we could do that too.
And she
Do you have
says,
anything like that?
what was your name again?
Apgar Kalon-Xanathrin.
Praise Lol.
Praise lol.
Praise him. Her.
What?
You're the
Heretic!
you found her. Go. We can go now.
Yeah. She at the praise Lolth. She's like, that's not required
That's how we do it.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
not for you. You know where you are?
out here. No, inside the walls. It's which part of Galadirth are you trying to make an entrance into?
Lower Galadirth, and specifically the district of Vervimith Deshmal.
That she raises an eyebrow, and she says, "When were you last there?"
My duties take me many places, but maybe 270 years ago, 271 years ago.
Please count.
She says, "If you had made Lower Galadirth a more frequent stop, I think that you'd probably know that what was Lower Galadirth is no longer even within the city walls."
Interesting. I hadn't read that zoning report. Tell me more.
She says, "Well, many of the houses. So this is just a piece of cultural information that you're aware of, that you can inform the party of at any time.
Right.
Is that almost as a as a warning to other houses? There are." Goodness gracious! I'm sorry. No, I think the cauldron tipped.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at that juice.
Nar went from 2 to 7.
They want that rat action.
Yeah,
Dude, they crave this rat. I'm going to come to you in a second, Cauldron. So, you know that just from a cultural perspective, as a warning to people, high houses that collapse, people don't move back into them. They simply remain empty.
Yeah.
And when that happens to enough of them, the wall is rebuilt behind them. So essentially those places are cast out. And this is new information to you.
Yeah.
You understand the cultural practice,
Right.
but what she is telling you is that this part of town is not part of town.
How about how long ago did that happen?
She looks over at some of her dwarven assistants, and one of them makes a series of quick hand motions. And she says, about 100 years ago.
Finally happened. I'm assuming that And then Cthulhu rattles off the names of a few houses that he remembers. House Rauthley. Those have all been
she says
de-annexed.
Well, she says Rahuthli might have gotten it the worst. I mean, here's what they said. I mean, who knows what the truth of it is? What they said was that the rot in House Rahuthli was so deep and so poisonous that none were to be left unchanged.
What are you gonna do? It's those blue hands. You can't trust them.
What exactly does unchanged mean?
Squeak, squeak.
I'm like a drow kid. That's what I'm trying to pretend I am.
Oh, okay. Now, as I've told you
Many times.
and had you studied, you'd remember that what happens to you when you're a naughty drow, and Lols gets very cross, and you get transformed into something that looks like her. Why would she do that if she's mad at them?
It does seem like more of a compliment than anything else. Strider life sounds pretty cool. If you're into spiders.
But
it's
you're not if it's forced on
It's
you.
very bad.
Yes, agreed.
Sorry, grandmother.
All changed. Oh, I understand. Yes, I see. Good.
Here, so
Real good.
do you have...
Is it?
trying to think.
It's very nice.
I was gonna say.
Is it
Good
is it your
for-
character sheet real quick?
Good for anybody who's not them, like me.
What's your performance skill, Cthulhu Draub?
It's a 4 plus 4.
Okay. I would like you to roll performance, and she is going to roll.
Against it.
Indeed.
Insight.
I take
Exactly right.
advantage.
I take advantage of
Oh, you do?
situation.
I do.
Is this a saving throw?
No, it's
This is
just
a skill
we're
check?
just we're
Yeah.
just gonna try
gonna
to
say,
beat each other.
yeah.
It's not a save. Okay.
All right, so that's a 16. Let me try again. All right, so 16 is gonna be it. That was an 8.
Okay. She is perhaps, after decades assessing people and what they can deliver in value, she is not, you can tell that her canny, clever mind is already beginning to dismantle this Apgar situation. She says, do you have any special connection to these houses? Give me a perception roll real quick.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be a 11.
Nope.
Okay.
That's terrible. I'm ashamed of you.
Only in that we're all drow. No.
But aren't we all really drow? I mean, really
Are
deep
we
down.
all connected?
We're all connected.
Only that I've been informed that, to root out heresy.
But indeed, but not so well informed that recent events going so far back as 100 years have made it into your notice.
I was only given the location.
What precisely is your purview? What's your sect?
Boy, this is where Chris is at a loss, but Chris would go armed with something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Give me a history check.
That's gonna be.
That's Jack. It's going to be Jack.
Wish it wasn't. No, that's gonna be a 16.
That's perfectly acceptable. You're able to fish. You couldn't, if somebody asked you about it later, you wouldn't even know what it was. But you were able
Fish
to.
sect.
You were able to cannily deflect this fate
Right.
here.
The United Church of the Holy Book Lung, which is a spider body part. I trust that that is acceptable.
She says, absolutely. Do agents of that sect still have the deep pockets they were always said to?
Indeed.
Well, we have business to conclude. I am going to. Why don't you shop for a little bit, and then I'm going to tip my cauldron.
Okay, it's like I hand over the money, cauldron tipped. Everything explodes. You don't get anything. The money's gone.
Take 10 damage.
Well, I've already rolled for what's happened. It's really just a matter of
So
where do
what
I
we're
put it in.
looking for is either something that can like increase stealth, invisibility, or shape change. Because I might want my young drow ward to appear as a full-grown adult. Maybe she'll learn some lessons that way.
I'm also dragging Tasty, by the way, roughly but secretly, gently, and saying rude things to him. But what I'm doing with you is shopping for Tasty. I'm dragging him in front of stuff, and I'm like, "Duh!" And then your squeak is either like one squeak for no, two squeaks for yes. If you think he'd look cute in it or whatever.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, she says, I have...
Come. Time is the enemy.
He said it.
She's like, well, I have raiment enough. I'd be happy to throw that in alongside a few potions that should do the trick.
That would be valuable as our togs have been burned by holy flame. Same type of heresy I'm talking about. We just came from Shadowtown.
Yeah,
A
and
rough one.
and she's like brushing through the racks, shaking spiders out of clothes, and she's like, "Yeah, those heretics." she's moving around back through, and then behind this rack of clothing, she pulls her hand aside, reaches back, and gets out something like a vial base that she sets out. And she has 4 potions that all seem to be the same color. And she sets it out. So imagine that there is a sort of a nice show floor at the widest, roundest part of the base inside the stalagmite, but it also has windows for people to approach. And so she sets it out on the sort of on the bar, basically. And she says, any one of these, if consumed, and obviously timing is important, and Tasty drags himself away and just careens through. It's like if you're a kid in Kmart, and it's like there's like low hanging racks of like dresses and like skirts and pants. Yeah. He's just going straight through, like the clothes are flipping up like this.
Lost, damn it!
And he jumps up.
Under control.
He jumps up, like from the ground to the bar, in one hop. And then he grabs one and pops off the top and downs it.
Oh, boy.
And then you hear him cry out. He goes, "Whoa!" And he like hunches over like until he becomes just like a dark sphere. And then when he stands up and turns around, it is a stunningly handsome, mostly naked drow male that has that like model, that specific kind of model, like when you're
Face.
looking in. No, it isn't that. It isn't that. It's just like it's like just glass. Like you can't find the person in it.
Got it.
And it's definitely Tasty. And the way that it's like whatever was happening before, it's like if we just extend all the ratios, whatever Tasty's thing was, it just wasn't good for his size.
Okay.
He kneels down and slides off the bar, and the pants just fall to the ground. Like it's just like male soft serve. Just pulled straight out, just
going.
whipped
Hey,
up
this is
around in the
a
cup.
potion of permanency in there? Or it's not for me, but it's a nice.
He's tasteful now. He's savory.
Stefan Urkel.
Dude, exactly. Dude, he is elevated. He has been elevated from tasty to tasteful. Tastefolio.
Oh my God, Tasty becomes.
And so now he's got a new lease. He's just brushing through the clothes.
His demeanor's changed.
No, it's just he's doing whatever he was doing before.
Okay.
There's still like tasteful little nips, but now they are out of the long ears. But now for some reason in this context, there's a nipple chain.
Very tasteful.
No,
It's too sexy.
no. For some reason, the
No,
ace.
Antonio, no.
Is this your rap voice now?
I can make that, Mike.
It's the asymmetry of the nips out of the ear is just
Those bites, yeah.
magnificent.
Oh, I see.
Now it
Just
looks
sets
like
the whole thing off.
now it looks like he got into a fight protecting someone's virtue.
Yeah.
Like it's a totally different cast.
This would just be. Denard would find this gross. He's like, he just went from one gross non-dragon form to another. Ugh.
Whatever the.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
It was one squeak for no, two squeaks for yes.
Wait,
Rosie's
wait.
like squeak squeak.
This could change the dynamic of this whole plan. We might not have to go in with a prisoner. Maybe he's like a
still a
traveling
sacrifice.
musician.
There's 4 potions.
Yeah.
All 3 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's fine.
So as he shifted and twisted, you were deposited on the bar.
Oh, okay. So I'm not on him
Oh,
anymore?
no, but don't worry. I'm going to give you an opportunity. As he's brushing through, he looks over at the bar, and he just places his hand down as a platform.
I'm like not looking and also shielding my eyes with a little paw, but I clamber onto his hand.
Are you protecting his nude dignity?
Yeah. What's he packing?
Yeah,
Product.
what's
Nice.
the like? What's
Good
the,
for him.
He's
what's
moving
the
weight.
size?
Good
Yeah.
for him.
What's the drow
What's the actual
average?
size of his dick?
All right.
For the podcast.
Oh, that's right.
Well, here.
Oh, should we roll?
Yeah,
D20, put it
this is
down.
Dungeons and Dragons. I know exactly what to do.
It's centimeters.
It's 8 solid inches.
Nice,
for
dude.
him.
Nice. What a
Soft.
Nice. That's great. Whoa, that's frightening. Well,
Is this the cauldron talking now?
No,
It's like
exactly.
cauldron table.
Yeah, no, cauldron. Dick.
I keep
no.
shuffling my papers.
No,
like,
a 4 on a cauldron roll. A 4 is that D.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Do we have to fight it? What?
No, before. Now listen, I'm
it around your
paying.
neck.
I'm paying for a physical transformation, not like a politeness add-on.
Yeah.
I don't care about the downstairs or these manners. We just need to change the appearance.
Yeah, she's like these potions, as you see, obviously, that's not free.
I assume so.
But if you're going to Lower Galaderth, there may be a bit of business we can arrange. Josh, would you please tip my cauldron?
That wasn't it.
No, that dick was not it.
It turns into a magic mic.
Yeah,
Starts dancing.
Just start pouring potions all over.
yes.
She says, Apgar,
Hates Mondays.
for lack of a better term.
That was my aunt's name.
She says, if you are going there are a substantial part of my business is the result of items from this place. I'm always looking for new stock. I would be quite willing to refund the entire cost of this purchase if you were to bring me back things from the high houses. Things you think might have value on the open market, even to collectors. You have to understand, there are those who find a kind of delight in their collapse. I have many collectors from the surface that are delighted
The
by
surface
these,
world.
are delighted by these turns of fate, even down here in the Underdark.
Well, as you know, the money is of no concern to the Holy Booklung. But
Indeed.
I do enjoy this challenge.
Yes. Well, 300 gold today. I'll throw in the raiment.
Of course.
Everyone loves raiment.
Simple.
Wow. Do
That
we
was-
have that much?
Easily done. I don't have that much.
I have that
I
much.
got 228 right now.
got
That's all I
nothing.
got left.
I've got
228.
570.
Yeah, she says, bring me back what you have, and there's every chance you will completely earn this back. Thanks, Josh.
Very good.
I like those odds.
A little side quest.
Yeah.
All right, well, where you got it? Where you stowing that kind of coin in that rat?
I don't know, yeah.
Well, we have enough potions we could go back. We can now drink those potions instead of being animals.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
So do you do that?
So I turn. Yes.
Are you just going to blow it right here?
I'm gonna blow it right in front of her, and yeah, she give us that many potions.
right
She
in front
knows.
of her.
Yeah.
So
She shook my hand.
I jump out of Tasty's hand and then turn back into Walnut,
And then jump back in.
and I look at the potion like, I don't actually want to be a drow. Now that I think about it, I'm like, this is actually awful. And then
There's also the extra piece, which is that, I mean, it's before your time, but there was a period of time where, I mean, the Nemazir itself
I know.
was imagined to destroy this people.
I'm slightly worried about like, is Foremother gonna bug out on me? Is something gonna go weird? And then I'm distracted because I look over and I look at Dinara as a rat, and I'm just really soaking that up for another couple of seconds.
I'm like, I see you turn back into yourself, and I'm like, just stand up as a rat. I'm just like, what? Still
Try
rat.
to look big.
What? Still a rat.
Oh, I don't know. It's not working.
You transform, and I look at Moral, and I go,
Squeak.
oh no.
You did
I'm
that.
mad.
What'd you do to my ferret?
There's just a wood elf hanging out
Yeah.
in the Underdark now. How does Moral react to that?
He said, "Oh, don't worry."
Oh,
She says,
she seemed cool.
She did seem cool.
Walnut says that.
"Yeah,
I don't know. She seemed cool.
Yeah.
She didn't care about Walt.
yeah." She says, "You're far from home."
Yes. How did I get here? I don't know. Anyway, thanks. You got our gold.
Are you on Tasty's shoulders still?
No, I jumped down.
Jumped out of his hand.
Okay, I
Walnut
just
would
wanted to make
never
sure
do
because
that.
that's a great picture.
Walnut just really slowly is being like, oh, how did I get here? Grabbing one of the vials and then uncorks it and then just starts drinking it. Do I turn into a hot guy?
No,
What did she turn into?
you shift. There is like a decision point. After you drink it, she's like, well, "There's instructions."
Oh,
Yep.
She's like, "No, in your mind, picture it, picture it, picture it, picture it."
okay.
There's a period of time where you get a few different walnuts. Like imagine that Funko Pop had a line of walnut toys,
It's gonna happen.
right?
2019.
I just got two beady eyeballs on the side of my head like a goldfish.
Well, yeah, or it's like one of those weird ass fish that like swims sideways.
Anyways, yeah, two eyes on one side.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's fine. Some eyes on my nose. It's great. But yes, that's the situation.
Okay.
There's a clearly a point like you are plastic
Uh,
right now.
what does
And
that mean?
it means that you have to guide this process. Apparently, this is what Tasty wanted.
So I'm just the only thing I have for frame of
So
reference
right
is
now-
I'm thinking about Cthulhu.
Right now, you're
That's what I was gonna do too.
right now you're feeling the weight.
Yeah.
Like the bone structure is not up to the task
Gray.
in this middle period
Gray
here.
complexion, gray complexion, gray complexion.
You say that?
Yes, I'm
I
saying
think of Grey Cthulhu.
Gray Cthulhu.
I was
What
going to
else
make
was
myself
she
a clone of
Yeah,
him.
of course.
All right, so almost like imagine a like a bowl of ice cream that's been left on the counter, and imagine that a dog just comes up and just licks it straight up.
What the hell?
As soon as you picture this gray Cthulhu, there's just this pressure that sort of sculpts you forward into the attractive drow gentleman that we know as Cthulhu Drow.
Nice.
Yeah.
But gray.
But gray.
But gray.
So sucks. Yeah. Terrible.
So there is now a drow garbed in EPA regalia.
Yikes. Walnut's going to contend with that, and maybe I should just turn Dinar back into himself while I think about what to do.
Or I'll go from rat to drow, squeaking my way over to the vial.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's fine.
Your little hands.
Dunk my head into it.
So your clever little paws scrabble away at the
So
cork. You stick that rat face right in, tip it up, can't get it off. It's just going. You're just like shaking like this, just back and forth. This fluid is slowly going down into the rat. That becomes a sort of puddle of rat. Imagine just like a hairy puddle on the ground, or on the surface of the bar. Now, how do you guide this process?
I was gonna say make a clone of Chris too, because it's like
You have to.
It's the only drow I have reference to. I mean, Dinar knows less about all this workings than anyone.
We could be twins. It's
Yeah, you
okay.
could try to do one better than her, right?
A different color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's blue and gray. What other kind of color is there?
Yeah, what's a better color?
Yeah, what's another normal drow color?
Well, you don't know, but what would be a better color for Dinar?
Yeah, would you use gold?
It would be like a
Copper drow.
Yeah, it would be a copper drow.
No.
Yeah,
God.
This has gone to hell.
yeah. So it's like it looks exactly like Cthulhu, but all copper.
Oh, Jesus
With
Christ.
Shiny?
With that little
Matte or like
matte,
shiny? Okay.
matte, like a dull skin, like a skin texture.
Oh, gross.
No,
This would be
that's
like
that
the-
extra little
This is
Dinar
like
charm.
the love child of the two of you. Finally.
Oh, it's nice to see. Yeah.
and brilliant white hair.
Okay, well, that helps.
Nice.
Wow.
For nurse to drop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Okay. I guess I'll drink it.
And then I go, thank you for the.
Rosie, is that your Cthulhu impression? Oh God. Rosie throws the hood back and she's like,
She goes,
"Fuck your computer."
Yeah, I hate tablets.
It's not yours.
It's really durable. It's a Microsoft Surface
break it.
available now.
If I break it, then it's mine.
True.
Rosie throws the hood back and she's like, "This is probably not a huge surprise." So here we go.
Morrell says no.
Yeah, you figured out. us out.
Mortified.
And I drink it.
All right.
Same process.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a period where you have a sort of like waxen cast.
Right.
And honestly, the first thing it calls to mind is the shadow shaping
Ooh, okay.
moan.
Okay.
There's a period that Sive was able to communicate to you
Right.
where it can be anything, and you feel like this is doing something like that.
Okay. Then the thing I think that Rosie would do is, just for variety's sake, make an old lady version of Cthulhu, essentially. Like that she likes old lady, and we're all Cthulhuing. So I think without discussion, she'd be like, well, maybe I wasn't paying attention to a part of the conversation, and so it's exactly Cthulhu minus the beard. Short hair, very old, gender swap, age swap.
Okay, so this
Cthulhu
is
Power Rangers.
I mean,
Yeah,
so this is
yeah.
what we've created on today's episode of the C Team is available in Artists Alley at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Come get it.
It was probably at ECC this weekend. We didn't know about
We're
it.
just all Cthulhu.
But I'm not Cthulhu. I look like a...
Well, now you're
Older
going to look like
drow
a copycat.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
Cthulhu
you're out of place.
disguised.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, you're the weirdo.
Right.
Morrell says, I assume you won't be needing one, Apgar?
No. I suppose not, because this is who I am.
Just
And-
like the rest of your elite cadre, everyone appears who they are. So it's completely legitimate, 100%.
What a strange turn that these potions would just reveal the regular drow within their previous disguises.
I'm helping you get dressed, by the way, picking out raiment that everybody loves, holding it up to you. Mm-hmm. But it's all like kind of revealing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and you
For
you're
Cthulhu.
Yeah, exactly. Like the deep V.
The double
The very deep V.
The double
okay, so yes, she'll take that, but she keeps trying to adjust it and pull it up. Or just put a hand on her clavicle.
Just pull.
Wait, but are you a boy Cthulhu or a girl Cthulhu? Okay, you're a boy. You just look like me, but gray. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You copper.
Yeah.
And you're copper,
Yes.
me. And you just
I'm
look,
just a palette swap.
and you look
just
like girl me, old woman.
Old woman.
This is like if you choose your character and push B instead of A.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Well,
The legendary skin.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they will do to me when we get back in there. The point was for nobody to look like Cthulhu.
Oh, well, you look like Drow.
You didn't tell us.
Probably shave.
Yeah, let's shave.
Let's shave.
Let's all shave.
Let's shave our bodies. Let's all look like Chris and shave our bodies. Cthulhu, sorry. First Chris, then Cthulhu.
You don't know that.
Well, you should have said something.
Goddamn nerds.
This is the Underdark. They don't expect anybody here. I was an outcast. You are all going to die. I'm going to die first because I'm the only one who doesn't look. I'm going to turn back into me. I'm going to have blue skin. They're going to see immediately. They're going to know where I'm from. They're going to slaughter me. And we can't afford to buy another potion because your friend drank it all. Hope that was all inside. Yeah, like
Yeah, he doesn't look like him.
I can't remove the smile from my face, but Cthulhu is so mad that even as he's chastising everybody, he's like sub-vocalizing it. Oh, so it is audible.
Oh my gosh! So you can hear the voice in your mind, but his mouth and neck.
But I'm actually I'm whispering it. Yeah, you could figure it out.
That's pretty good.
Oh my God.
I think
It keeps. God.
sorry. Time is of the essence, maybe. So we should just
It's the enemy.
yeah, I mean at least we all look like Drow now, so
Yeah, that was the only qualifier you gave
Moral.
us.
So moral is not dumb, and it doesn't even require a substantial roll to recognize this. And she says, "Apgar, may we speak?"
May we? Which is Drow for no way.
Yeah, exactly. So she walks up because you'll recall that when her strange cart first pulled over, you could hear her coming down multiple sets of stairs, and so she utilizes her neck to indicate where the two of you should be going. And it's over toward the base of one of these stairs. You pass Tasty, who has finally settled on a hat. It looks like it's like a Robin Hood style black felt hat with like a shining silver feather in it.
For his.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like a merkin.
and he is
Dick hat.
he is looking in a silver mirror, and he likes what he sees.
Oh yeah, everybody does.
There's nothing else on. It's just the hat. It's like a bachelorette party, basically, is happening in here.
Well, now that we're the same species, I'm like, let's cover this up. Let's get some cloth, a skirt, a long skirt, some kind of wizard garb.
Haven't you done enough?
Could kill him.
Don't take this out on me.
Why don't we skin him? And just
He is completely. He is completely. It'd be like maybe this experience may not be universal. Occasionally, brothers get dressed up by their sisters.
Yeah.
And they put up with it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening here.
Excellent.
It's just like there's no beef.
Yeah.
It's just like whatever you want him to try on.
Nice.
You can have a stack of stuff, and he'll go through it. So in your minds, try to imagine what the final Tasty look is going to be so that you can present it just like in a TV show.
And on 3, we'll say it at the same time.
Absolutely. All right, here, ready? All right, now, Josh, if you could tip my cauldron, please.
Yowza.
I know,
Wow.
it's Bunkersville, but I gotta go.
Stakes
No,
scenario.
I gotta go here. Moral says, you are a spectacularly poor actor. And this is precisely the sort of place where not having your wits about you will get you killed. I have
It's why I
many
left.
things. There is a cost associated with them. But I have many things available in this tower that may be of assistance, myself included. I have no love for these high houses, and I am prepared to help you, but it's going to require that you stop pretending. Thank you, Josh.
Whoa.
Oh no! But just take it off. I need to remove it.
The mask of many faces.
I have no love for these houses either. Least of all my own.
Yeah, well, then you should be overjoyed to learn that they barely exist.
There have only been 2 things to come out of this recent interaction that are any good. What happened to this goblin?
She orients her gaze over toward the stairs, and she said, "Yes, that was he earned some fans with that display."
So wait, that's what he was thinking about before he drank that?
Yeah.
And learning that my district had been eliminated from the city border.
Wait, that's a good thing?
It makes our work much easier.
I see.
She says, "Listen, my offer still stands. You'll be able to pay for this quest very simply by handling these tasks, but you need to be far more open if you want to get the type of advice you're going to need."
Where should I begin?
Well, if it is truly your desire to penetrate the ruins of the Rahuthli estate, you need to understand that the family, their servants, the children, were all transformed.
And they live there still?
The process drives most mad.
That might, Cthulhu having been from the society, may not be surprised to have learned that.
No. It's but you can always. It's not 100%. There are those who undergo it, but every thread of that experience is tinged with trauma.
Understood. What? Surely there are others that you've employed to do this type of work for you. What advice have you offered them?
Well, my fathers, for lack of a better term, always provide me with the utmost protection on our raids of those dilapidated places. She says, "So if it's not Apgar, who is it?"
Thriss, Rothly.
She says, "Cthulhu isn't a name.
No, it's a.
That's a sentence."
It's a mockery of a name. It's from Cahill Thriss, the unbelieving Chris, or Thriss.
All right. So if you are authentically from Rahuthli, what do you know about the collapse of that house?
I only assume that it happened after the shame of my departure. And apparently my sister and my mother were unable to restore the house, the house's integrity.
So it was the sin of disbelief that began it. Was it widespread in your clan?
No, I was the only one, except part of our undertaking as a result of the news that my father may have also been a heretic in the same way, unbeknownst to me when I made my discovery that caused me to leave.
She says, I think that I may be able to provide additional assistance. But halfway through the word assistance, the cart and indeed this stalagmite are jerked and twisted off of the platform. It kind of tips and lulls. Outside, the hand, this bony forearm that is lashed to the side of this tower, has begun to sort of reach over to you, Dinar.
This is the hand that's
Yeah.
pulling the...
Yeah.
So it's
It
like the
is
size
sort
of a horse.
It's massive.
Okay.
And it is sort of like using its hand to sort of turn around, and it is sort of reaching a finger out toward you.
Okay. Bat it away. What are you doing?
You bat it away physically?
Yeah, I say, what are you doing?
It flattens out, like just despondent.
Oh. Sad?
Just flattens itself out against the ground, and then just sort of drums its fingers weakly. All right, now I'm ready for the tasteful reveal.
I'm going to need you to describe this since you're the GM.
Okay, here's what I've been given. This is at the very top says "Sparkly Boy." Is this like almost like a veil cap with a fascinator?
Definitely.
Okay, so he is wearing a veil cap with a fascinator. Sparkles orbit his head. He has, are these kissy lips?
Definitely.
Yeah, these lips are ready to kiss anybody who is into kisses. They're primed for that exertion, if you will. The arms are fully exposed. The arms are bare.
Yeah.
The veins in the arms, shapely arms, the veins are pulsing with the exertion of just maintaining this level of masculinity.
Disney Prince forearms.
Definitely.
Hot masculine blood.
Yeah, exactly. It's doing its work.
Vascular.
Now, this is the other part that's vital. There's a cool sort of vest. The neck has a nice fold over from the left to the right.
Oh,
Right.
I see, yeah.
Good structure.
There is a diamond of cleavage window in the center from which a tuft of deeply masculine hair, not unlike a bird's nest, does emerge and provide warmth and comfort. There is a second diamond window below that, only a few inches, where the belly button may be seen. The belly button is exposed fully.
Wow. Fashion forward. Interesting.
It is 100% prepared.
Also for birds.
For whatever, yeah, it's full of
a bird bath.
it's
a bird,
full of
yeah.
bird seed.
He's a walking aviary.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the pants, there ain't much of them, people. Okay, there's not a whole lot of pant going on when it comes to this situation. Rosie Beestinger.
Thank you.
Walnut Dawn Grass, thank you so much.
It was all rosy.
Was that solo?
I just wrote Sparkly Boy.
Oh, okay. I saw notes going back and forth. I didn't know if this was a collabo, not unlike they have on DeviantArt.
No, it was perfect. You don't mess with perfection.
Anyway.
Thanks, babe.
So the hand is flattened, and now just the index finger is over, and it's just trying to give your calf a little affection.
I don't like our horse, let alone creepy hand horse. So I would just harumph,
Oh,
shooing him away. Yeah.
all just on the bony wrist.
Yeah.
Just kind of turns away and then balls up. It's sad.
Oh.
It's sad. You're a bad
What do you do
person.
about this? You're witnessing
You
this
hurt this
Yeah.
woman's feeling.
I'm saying
You're the one who
this.
likes the horse. I don't like these things.
You don't like my horse?
I don't like the horse.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I see this creepy hand. Sorry, I was busy drawing Tasty.
Oh, no,
Skeletal
you have
hand,
to. You have to.
Skeletal hand has come and is harassing Copper Cthulhu.
Wants affection from
wants
me that I
affection?
refuse to give it. Cause
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's a bone.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's a bone hand.
Well, anything that
Only in the sea.
desires affection is gonna get Rosie's goat. So she'll be like, "Oh, hon, don't worry about him. Hi," and she reaches down and tries to pet it like right along the spine of the hand, like so.
like the central carpal.
Yeah. Yeah.
The tongue.
Wherever you try to reach down, it just tries not to be.
Aww.
Boo.
Yeah. Gross. Don't like it.
Fuck you then.
This thing sucks.
You're right.
Now I'm like, wow, it's got discerning taste.
Of course.
Yeah.
Back on board. All right.
All right. She says, I can get you. My card is not unknown near those places. I can get you very near to there.
You would have our utmost appreciation.
And I can deposit you near the base of the path that leads up. The road itself is no longer in use, of course. It's outside the walls, and the creatures that live there aren't the sort that fix roads or maintain civilizations.
Let's be underway then. Yeah. We're in your debt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, yes, I'll make a note of it. And she walks down and then goes down and whistles, and the dwarves immediately stand up, make preparations, start moving things that are outside into the main floor.
It's that woo woo.
It's the whistles go woo. Now, that was for Alyssa. Now, so she, Moral, looks over at the bony mount and says, Galaderth. And it doesn't do anything.
Not feeding this thing gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it eat?
Well,
What was it, or is this what it always was?
it was part of a dragon that I secured at ponderous expense. And now it is a recalcitrant son of a bitch.
I didn't realize it was like a dragon hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's-
it's a dragon hand.
I get it. I like jokes.
Wow. I just got it.
She says, Galaderth. Galaderth. Galaderth.
Like
All
this.
this-
And
Go over,
I try
yeah.
to show
This way.
like that, like you were doing before.
She
where
slaps
you,
your hand.
I'll go be the hand whisperer. I'll just be like, Galader, what is he doing?
So you kneel down.
Yeah, and I get
And whisper,
where
I want
a hand's ear would be. I
Yeah.
don't know, here.
Exactly.
And here. Where would a hand's ear
It's
be?
the ocean of it's the forest of the sea.
The first knuckle is the ear of the hand. Everyone knows that.
And get that cross-stitched Christian.
get those
So,
facts.
but it's vital. So right down onto this knuckle, where there's just a parchment thin wisp of tendon holding all of this together. The camera pulls in close, and you can see this. You can see this golden drow say right into that tender knuckle, Galaderth, and it immediately just jumps up into full vigor, digs those fingies in,
Yum.
and Moral is not pleased to have been outdone, but
Yeah.
she's also a very practical woman, and she's made her peace with it in seconds.
There's nothing I can't do, I tell her. I'm the best at everything I try. Talking to hands. turning into drow.
Being a Cthulhu, but better.
Being Cthulhu.
He
Modesty,
is good.
humility.
This is Cthulhu plus.
Yeah.
So here's the situation. She says she invites everyone in and up to the top of this spire, which is where it is, how it is driven from place to place.
The sitting room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Query. How do I turn this off when the time comes?
Or how long does it last?
Because I'm like,
You got like smooth skin.
I
right
know.
now, too.
I'm like, I'm used to scales, and
What's
I'm like,
this like?
is,
You just want
yeah.
Yeah.
to caress you.
And we're just like examining each other. Like, this is.
She says,
I like my boy and all, but
exploring
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other's bodies.
Go on.
But it's just Cthulhu on Cthulhu.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
that
no,
dream.
that's
It's like that
true.
nurse fan art that already happened.
Yeah.
turn the heat
Table
up.
talk.
So, yeah, table talk, you know what I mean? She says, it should be long enough for you to get what you need to get done.
But it'll turn itself off.
Well, turn itself. What do you mean by turn itself
No,
off?
it's
Like,
turned
off.
back to my normal form, a rat.
She already knows. So you don't have to maintain the. I already
She says,
told her.
she says, this is what I can promise you. You won't always look like this, but you may look like this a little longer than you intend.
Oh no.
Years?
Oh no!
But the main thing is what I've sold will definitely do as was requested of me. So there's no wrongdoing on my part. Here we go.
That's value for money. Thank
Yeah.
you. Even more appreciation.
Oh no.
Ooh, the customer is always Cthulhu.
Technically accurate is the best kind of accurate.
Is anyone hurt?
I am. So I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice picture. Right here. Yeah, I'm
good.
I'm still stung from Strix's flame.
Oh yeah, you're hosed.
Yeah, I'm 20 down. So yeah, I'm sitting on 19.
Okay, marvelous. Josh, if you could tip my cauldron, s'il vous plaît.
God.
Oh.
Good night.
No, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm not gonna think about it too hard.
You better start dominating.
We need to.
No,
Sorry.
I'm just
Give
gonna
me a chance. Give me something to do. Don't dominate that hand, I guess.
I'm just gonna roll this dice
Okay.
Okay.
as I already did, and the result that I got on there was heal.
Oh.
So
So there's a foot now.
That's mine.
hang on a second, just one stab.
It's just
Right in
one-
the cornea.
Just one.
So as you're all brought up to the upper deck,
Are we upper deck 'em?
yeah, you
smell.
pass through a sort of middle area that has basically like 7 very simple beds around in a circle, and then the sort of staircase that goes up through the middle. The room beyond this is not like that. Their place is very pragmatic. Her own place near the top must be the finest of everything that has passed through the shop. Every now and then she's made her own selections from the items you see. And so you pick up on it immediately. I mean, this is like a showroom. It's like rich and like it's like the rich and famous of Galaderth.
Yeah, just like I might even recognize some like pieces, like sculptures from various houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are indeed Rahu Uthli items here, and they're not being mistreated in any way. This is apparently the best fate available to not be a commodity, to actually go someplace where there is an affection paid to them.
Yeah.
But you can see knives, and she has a set. It's like on a silver tray. There is like a fine set of decanters, and she says everyone should fill their water skins from that. It, as near as I can tell, it never runs out.
Nice. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
So, upon utilizing these healing fluids, Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Over the course of this trip, you'll be able to easily get back to your HP max. Anyone else who fills their water skin with it is basically going to function like a healing potion.
Okay.
Tight.
I will do so.
I do it.
Yeah, I do that
Delicious.
as well.
Thanks, Josh.
Fortune.
And then you forgot the part where Omen messages me back and is like, just kidding. I'm not mad at you.
It turned out fine.
That also happened? So can I heal my emotional wounds?
Honestly, that's not one of them. But now that I see that this is something that people desire,
Then I shall deny it.
I shall deny it.
no, exactly. Now that we've actually gone through and we've used the cauldron a few times, there's no reason you can't put a request. I mean, the dice are going to be what decides this, right?
It's true, and they'll never roll in my favor, let's be honest. Unless you put it on a 1 to get it,
I can do it.
because you roll bad.
Here, so I'm going to add a couple more here.
Well, that dies.
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah. Don't ask for shit. No, so that is the scenario.
I want to examine these trinkets.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
Yeah. What's the nature of them? I mean, I assume
You're surrounded on all sides by them. So
I assume they randomly placed, or they like true collections where it's just not about their like their beauty, but more like this is from this house, this is from this house.
oh yeah, it's not by function.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not by function. She has done everything that she can to maintain just coherence by house. Her collection seems to include more Rahuthli Blue Hand items. It could be because they're easier to get. She's been there several times, so
I'm seeing like there were various like social campaigns during the house's run to try to rehabilitate or position the house as, you know,
a going concern.
as a positive thing. The
Yeah.
house itself would have been attempting to, it's like, are we so bad?
yeah,
You know.
branding.
None
It's
of
like,
them
no, we're the
worked.
most pious.
Yeah.
Look at our piety dish.
Check it commemorative. Yeah, do I see anything like from my, like that I would recognize as like, do they have anything of the children? Of their things, maybe one that might be my own.
There's only the only thing that you can see that would probably be for someone younger is a looking glass.
Curious. I ask Moral, may I handle them? These wares?
She is looking out. There's windows, sort of like almost like a Nautilus style, like portholes around the top, and she has it opened, and she sort of clicks out the window. She makes different types of noises, and you can feel the contraption sort of subtly moving down there. And without looking back into the room, she says, I don't think there's anyone left to be angry at you.
Then I will pick the looking glass up and turn it over. I don't think it was mine, but I don't remember what my sister might have owned.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I certainly don't know. I never met any other children from my house. I'm going to roll for emotion. And
Yeah, press F to pay respects.
Gonna need
Yes.
advantage on that roll.
Yeah.
A bonnet, little baby bonnet, says Cthulhu.
just immediately weep as I put it right on my head.
But it's just like, it just kind of goes on the top of the hair.
When Cthulhu introduced himself to Moral, he said Thris, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just checking.
Yeah, did we hear that conversation? Did we get any of that?
No, that was upstairs.
No? Okay.
Yeah. I
She
mean,
provided a safe context for that.
do you want to be caught up on it? Let's assume then
Yeah.
that I,
Go right ahead.
yeah, for the sake of the party wanting to know why now we're riding, why
Yeah.
is this acceptable?
Yeah.
I'd catch us up on our interaction and also why I've dropped my disguise.
Okay.
Yeah, and I explain the name to you as well.
Thris Routhly
Yeah,
is your real name.
but I hadn't been called that. I've only been called that in a place that I wanted to leave behind.
Right.
So
Understand.
So now we've pieced together that your name, your house is now gone. We didn't have all the pieces before.
Yes.
Now in game we do.
Now we understand, and you've explained to us that they're all probably driders at this point.
I would, yeah, and I'll also add that our house is a very fun house.
Don't.
Our house was never high on the totem pole in Galaderth, but it had a lot of problems. One of which being that, as far as I know, there was only ever one female ever produced by our mother, and I was not thought of very highly. But they had seemed to have crawled their way up to some position of respectability, at which point I escaped. And I only assumed that caused them, as Moral said, the opinion of the house to plummet, that I would even be able to escape.
And you escaped because
So you were so hated that the whole town ruined your house and your neighborhood?
Oh, I wasn't hated. Apparently, my father was also not the most pious Lolth adherent, which is why he was destroyed.
Yeah.
Our house was hated because this goes way back. Our complexion isn't a common drow one. And it didn't help that our house wasn't particularly religious, despite what my mom wanted us to be seen as. So
How do you feel about copper?
bad, probably. Everybody. They don't like blue, and that's close to dark and charcoal color.
Yeah.
Copper is way opposite. You would be in a circus.
So they don't like you or copper? Oh, damn it.
That's my two favorite things.
I'm like, yeah, I do start shaving to just try and look less like you.
You got,
I'm like,
you got the white hair right. You got the white hair right.
all this hair.
Could I get a perception check from Twa?
Advantage?
Yeah, can I have advantage?
You can.
My bad. Imagine I said advantage. The first one was 10.
Imagine a dark advantage.
Manage dark. Ooh, that's way better. That's going to be a 22.
That's May 22. So you're just sort of just looking around through this. Every now and then you need to stop Tasteful from knocking something over, interacting with it. Like it's not like he's not used to being this tall.
Mm-hmm.
And so he doesn't really get it in a lot of ways. I mean, so you've been tall for a long time.
I'm not used to being this tall either.
Yeah.
But he's had a very drastic.
Yeah, it's been a rough road
Some
for
of
him.
us have had a pretty drastic vertical transformation. Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you for acknowledging me.
But you started out more on your game than Tasty, which is the key.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tasty is about to knock over a crystal goblet
Whoop.
off of a.
Nope.
And so I would love it if you could catch it.
Oh, yeah. How do we feel about athletics?
Athletics could be okay. I prefer acrobatics.
Can I?
Sleight of hand.
Okay, acrobatics, yeah.
No, I can't help on this.
I'm going to take advantage on
You
this.
can't. You really want to
We
succeed?
can't, we
All right.
literally can't afford to
Yeah, we can't
pay
find
for anything.
Womp. Now roll it again and see if you get another 20.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Not even close.
Womp. Shadow Council, Mary Labors, please you. Your servant, Walnut on Grass, has offered you a boon. Hey, and so the first boon is actually these super cool
Whoa.
copper D6 set. I think of them as being vaguely Dinar themed.
Yes.
They look like Cathrist to
So
me.
they're great, yeah. Cthulhu's Plus.
We will ship those out to you.
How
but
many? Is it 6d6s or 5?
I think
5.
Five.
5d6s?
it's 5. But they roll super good. You'll be very, very pleased to own them. Now, you are able to catch it.
Yes.
Like liquid, like not a drop spills. But you do notice like a oily smudge around the base of it. As you pick it up, you feel like some of the texture on it is wrong, and you pull your hand out, and there's something kind of rubs off on your fingers.
Can I do a nature check on it? Or a survival? Do I know, like, is it organic? Do I know what this is?
Texture check.
Texture check.
Texture check.
I don't know. Can I smell it? What does it smell?
Yeah, absolutely. You think it's some kind of a oil and pigment. It's like a paint.
Ooh.
Oh.
Huh?
We could paint our
I was
dumb
just
boy
saying, it
over
could not
here.
be copper anymore. He could not be blue, too.
Oh.
What color's the paint?
Yes.
Bright red.
Yeah, what color is the oil?
It's dark.
It's dark. Okay. Is Moral nearby? Or she...
Yeah, she's still like clicking at the window, guiding her weird dragon hand locomotion mechanism.
And do I get the sense that it was just here, or did it come from Tasty?
You don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna show it to
It's
Rosie.
just something you noticed because you had a great roll and you also caught it like a fucking champ.
Well, I'm gonna show this to Rosie, and I'm gonna go. It's weird.
Can I sniff it?
Yeah.
What does it smell like?
It smells like some kind of a natural fat, some kind of a natural rendered fat, and
So
some kind of a
HDL.
pigment in there.
Okay. So but we don't see any paint cans in here or anything?
You don't.
Okay.
Messy.
Yeah,
Oh, I expected more from
quite.
the neurotic drowse, I guess.
Maybe ask Moral. I tell you, I'm like, I got nothing. That's a question for her, probably.
Can I see what they're doing?
Yeah, I
Or
think we're all in
is it
tight
in the
quarters.
same
Yeah.
space? Yeah.
Gathering of
Yeah.
Thrisses.
Huh?
whole
Yeah,
bunch of
exactly. Just put your heads together.
Yeah, I look over there and I'm like, oh, I'm already over there. No, I need to go over there.
I got it.
No, I have to actively go.
Yeah.
What is this? Have you seen anything like
Covered
this?
in.
It's not ours. What? Is it,
Don't touch anything.
that is what it is defined as. That is the only thing you need to know about it. What is it? Is it Moral's color? What color is her skin?
It is more. What do you mean, like the
Is this substance?
oil? It's dark. It's the
same
traditional.
colors.
What
Well,
else?
yeah, no, it's the traditional. Like it makes sense. Like it's the right shade of tone. It's like
I
a
see,
makeup.
I see.
I see. What is this? A whole bucket,
I don't want
or just a little?
No, it's just a smudge on the crystal goblet, as though someone who was covered in it maybe took a drink of it.
Oh.
to. I
I
think
see.
maybe we should
Interesting.
play it cool with that. I don't want to make her angry. And
Same.
Yeah,
But
let's keep that information in our back pocket.
it's none of our business.
Yeah.
Really?
Plus, who are we to judge? Literally,
Yeah.
none of us look right. I mean, I look.
I'll say.
right.
You were despised because you were blue. How often did that happen in the drow community? Are there other color variants?
No, not as I know of.
Right.
Pretty much it.
I see.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I understand this. Cthulhu, are you doing the tasty fan art?
Yeah, I'm using
Taste-
what
it's
Kate
tasteful.
drew.
He's doing better.
I'm gonna try and kind of bring it to life.
It's looking real nice.
This is a real realm of fantasy, and I just want to ground it.
I support you 100%.
It's not our business. It doesn't belong to us. Leave it alone. We're in a lot of trouble already.
Yeah.
When did I become the sensible one? Still not.
I'm
She's
involved with
hiding
you.
from something. Then
It's not adversely affecting our quest.
Yeah.
yeah.
So from the window
To the wall.
to the wow.
Till
No,
the sweat
no.
Drips.
To my orbs,
down.
Stop it.
my Palantir. No. So
The cauldron.
you can see sort of heavy smoke that is gathered over the city, between the top of the city and the ceiling, basically the cavern ceiling of the Underdark. And you've seen this east approach, and you know it well. You know it better than any of the other approaches. And the place where there would have been lights is completely gutted. But you can see around the edge, farther down the main road, as it continues west around the front of the city itself, which sort of occupies a kind of stone rise.
Yeah.
You can see that lights exist sort of everywhere around it, but there's just this conspicuous void, absence, basically directly in front. And she is pulling up to and clicking furiously out the window down at the claw to sort of bring the thing to a stop. But it takes a bit. It doesn't really turn on a dime. There's a lot of just mechanical complexities that make it difficult.
Oh yeah.
For a animated hand.
It's like a DeLorean where you find parts.
Yeah, exactly. Dragons, I guess.
But it's a classic.
Dragalorian. But the way that it functions is that she stops, and then she's also looking out over this place as well. And she says, "This is your stop." The closer you've gotten to the town, now there are other carts, to the right. As she sort of pulled off, there really isn't traffic going to this haunted ass, forgotten part of this city. They rebuilt the walls specifically to keep it out.
Right.
But there is an opportunity to go from the shadow of this contraption into the ruin and wreckage of that without attracting a lot of attention from the rest of the trade traffic that's begun to thicken outside the city.
With my knowledge of this, like de-annexing of districts.
The reclamation.
What would the reaction be if they saw like a torchlight, like movement or something? Would the city assume it's just more scavenging?
Well, yes, exactly.
Okay.
And that is to become commodified is the actual punishment.
Mm-hmm.
There's no word there's no word to make it a crime to rob from a dead house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If we keep our lights out, it's to avoid attracting what's living there now, not because I'm worried the city's going to descend on us for trespassing.
Imagine that it's a mine. Mm-hmm. That's all they think of it as.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking out the window longer than I thought I would. I thought I would be a lot more ready to get this done with.
Yeah. Well.
But I say let's get what we need and be as stealthy as we possibly can.
And you've just shared all of this background information with us, your real name and stuff about your house, and so this is all kind of an intense. The person that we thought we knew is not the person that he is. So this is all revelatory. And Rosie goes, "Are you sure? Are you okay? Are you ready to do this?"
What I'm feeling will pass. It's chemical. It's just a mechanism that this vessel has. It's a remnant of some evolution that is
okay.
Meaningless.
I want to watch this show so bad.
You know what I want to add to that? is that I am like I'm tearing up and there are tears falling and I'm still it's really pointless.
We all die eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is neither a comfort nor a negative to me.
Yeah, it was meant to be neither.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go up to Cthulhu and put a hand on his shoulder and look in his face. Because they had to do the same thing with Walnut as we went back to like her ruined home.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so
which one do you go you go to me, I'm like, no, the other one. The other one. Wrong one.
Put a hand on his shoulder and just give him like a silent but knowing look of support.
Yeah.
Bro fist.
Ooh.
No. Never.
No, Jerry.
No.
This is tender.
An actual
God damn
tender
it.
moment between attentive friends.
What do you do to reassure your friends?
I
Dinar?
say, let's go pillage your family home. And then I look at Moral and I say, keep the hand running. And jump out of the cart.
Yeah, and then from that, I'm able to like push down
Right,
whatever
the
remained,
emotions,
like
yeah.
and,
Yep.
then proceed
Oh,
after
these
you.
people
yeah.
don't care about me. Whew, okay.
So you're able to eject yourself from the shadowed side of her bizarre Howl's Moving Castle craziness.
Yeah.
And it is, and you're basically, your feet are touching the ground. It's this soft mixture of just loam and spores. It's like slightly spongy as you're walking away from it, and you're moving away from the cart expertly. You have done it 100% the best that you possibly can. And that is when the hand turns and then begins to try to follow Dinar into the city. Shadow Council, may our labors please you. This is the break. This is an incredible opportunity to drain all of your organs of any fluids that you don't need right now. Come back to us refreshed. We'll be here momentarily.
Mail them in.
Hello, I'm Jerford K. Horkins, and this is the C Team. When last we saw our heroes, emotional moments, they had gone with the assistance of their new friend, Moral Cole Bluth, in her strange contraption. They had been taken directly to the savaged remains of Lower Galaderth, a place where high houses had once dwelt, but they had, through time, treachery, inaction, collapsed to entropic forces. What had happened just before the break was that they had stealthily escaped the cart and then were going to move into the ruins of Lower Galaderth when the tower itself that they had used to get here developed and then expressed a deep affection for Dinar Blitzen.
Yeah. Which is now somewhat reciprocated.
Yeah.
Now that I know it's a dragon hand.
Yeah. So basically it's like a pet.
Yeah.
Except the pet is a massive stalagmite on a cart that is now trying to drive itself into these into the spongy ground of these ruins.
Well, this will draw eyes, so we don't want them following us.
She's doing a lot for us. We don't need to pull her cart.
Yeah, steal her cart. I
this.
gotta go back to the hand and just be like, you gotta wait here, boy. We'll be right back.
It's like that movie Cheetah, where they have to say goodbye to the cheetah at the end.
Yeah, it's like
Harry and the
Homeward
Henderson.
Bound.
Yeah. Harry and the Hendersons.
It's like AI.
It's a lot like AI.
It's exactly like AI.
Yeah, this is like beat for beat AI.
Well, yeah. That's the spine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one story in Western literature.
No, it is.
And it's a movie Stanley Kubrick didn't finish.
It's every story is just an iteration of AI. No, if anything, this is Eyes Wide Shut.
Right.
AI is wide shut.
AI. Oh,
I like that.
I like it. I was trying to figure out a way to get C in there, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So it sort of flattens out a little bit, and then it sort of inches up on his fingers, and then it reaches out
Yeah.
and wraps its fingers around you and just picks you up and hugs you in midair and just gently sways you back and forth.
This is
Oh my god.
And then
a
it
little
turns
weird.
and then
Really.
sets you down on the ground and pats you a couple times. And then it turns and you see the tower crawl away.
Oh.
I want to know what color dragon that was.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
it used to be.
I know.
Some affinity there.
I should have pried more.
To the bone.
We should, no, with her, where she got it from.
Yeah, we'll meet
ask
her
her.
again.
Yeah, well, we got her if we redeem our side quest, right? We got to
exactly.
find her again.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Did we establish how we get her again? She was waiting on the
Just
edge
go
of town.
back outside of town, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ain't much of a town.
Okay.
Right? Who does not have dark vision? Is it just you? Or is
Do
you
we
too?
have dark vision because of the potions?
I don't think
It
that's
doesn't.
how
It
works.
doesn't grant it. If you don't have it, you're not noticing any.
It's just facade, right? Like,
Yeah.
I assume all my stats are normal. I'm still the
You
same
don't have dark
strength.
vision?
I
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Rosie will cast dark vision on Dinar.
Hey.
Oh.
She's the same height as you now, so she does it
Yeah.
right on the
Yeah.
nose.
I go to duck down because I'm shorter now than I'm used to.
Yeah.
So every time I'm going through doorways, I'm ducking when I don't have to.
But like, wait,
bowing.
there's a ton of clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the layout that we can see? Like, how close did we get dropped off?
So you are a little bit into what would have been. I mean, it sort of bumped a couple times over what you think might have been an outer wall at one point.
What do I remember of the town? Because what I'd love to do is
Go to some of my favorite old haunts.
just check out, see if the boys are still hanging out
Crack a
down
few cold one with the boys.
the old bar. I want to give us the straightest possible shot without having like the minimal amount of navigating this ruin. A straight line to the house. Oh, do we have particulars on what she requested as well?
I mean, you could think back to the things that she seemed to prize most.
Okay. This is the types of things she's looking
Yeah.
for.
So what seemed to guide her interests as far as her own quarters was concerned was the sort of the trappings of daily life.
Okay. So no, it wasn't like the Grail. Like
Oh
come back
no,
with
but no,
this piece.
but then down below you had a chance to see the other types of things, and clearly she does trade in other types of artifacts as well.
Okay. I assume that let's do the important part first. We can sort the money later.
So you are trying your goddamnedest to map the place that you knew onto this shattered substrate.
Right.
You're trying to figure out, like, you're trying to map streets, but what would have constituted a street is shredded and picked up and spread hither and yon.
It's been a long time.
Walls, buildings. It's more than time. It's more than just the passage of time. There is, like I said, these places are damned, and they reassert it, and every day it gets reasserted that it is no longer of the Drow.
I would love to do an Arcana check and see if I sense any of my own like the and its presence in the area.
Intriguing. Well, go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Let me give it a try. I'll take some
Yeah.
Some
advantage.
goose.
Advantage.
So that's going to be a 14, and then this one's going to be whoa!
Womp, womp.
Is that
Shadow
the first time
Council.
you've ever rolled a 20
don't
on
know.
this show?
It's the
First
first
time I
time
felt
you've
good
ever
about it.
rolled a good dice.
I'm sure
Shadow
Acq Inc. updates.
Oh,
knows.
and yeah. May I ever please you? Your servant, Chris Drow, has offered you a boon. Now, the second boon is, of course, the cool Elderwood Academy mini dice box with the mini dice inside. You would be well pleased to own it. We will ship that out to you soon. Now, you don't. So you are focusing your will and your awareness through that.
Let's
And-
do an old favorite. I wanna get Legati.
Yeah, I was just going to work him in.
and raise him up in the palm of my hand as though he was a compass needle, and fix the symbol of the in my mind and see which direction it might drag me.
You do not find the but you recall the icon that was given to you by Carver Gall
Right.
outside the city of Ilkazur, and it is like a small version, like the roadside gift shop version of your own focus. And so as you're holding him up there and focusing deeply, Legati has bent his little head down out of the staff, and he is going whack, 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 at your satchel.
Oh. Good point, old friend. I had the wrong one. Like, what a fool. So yeah, I'm gonna hold that one aloft.
So you hold that one, and it knows precisely where to go.
Oh, good. That's good news.
It just goes out in front, almost like a sleepwalker, and it just holds itself out in front of you with a kind of with a momentum and an awareness.
We all get to follow my cool toy.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is your town.
Yeah.
Is it as the crow flies?
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I gotta. Okay.
Yeah.
That should
You
be. Okay.
You still have to.
It's not turn by turn.
No. Yeah. Legati, it's just all of a sudden it's like a British woman's voice. Turn right. No. So you are. You have this in your hand, and you don't even need to grip it. Like you can hold it like just like around your ring finger gently, and it is so enthusiastic about the nearness of what it represents that it will just hang and tug in midair.
What do we have that's? We don't want to be seen. Do you have any?
Got
Pass without.
trace.
Oh, pass
Oh,
without trace.
yeah. You want that?
Hi, boss.
Yeah, Rosie can't see shit in here, so she's just kind of like,
It's just like the hand is on the.
yeah, she's got her hands on Walnut Cuthrus's shoulders. And she just says, tell me if you see anything cool. But yeah, pass without trace and plus 10 to stealth for all of us for an hour.
Delicious. All right. So that thick, cool cloak of shadows descends over the party. Thick,
Halls
two
of
seats.
medicine.
Nice.
Nice.
So
3 seats.
Ooh.
is that
Thick.
too many, or is that the right
Is
amount?
science gone too far?
So
Think about it.
so you are pulled around sheets of crumbling wall. You're clambering over what were once the houses and shops and smiths that also necessarily collapsed underneath the year-to-year fortunes of these high houses. They lost everything as well when they no longer had the protection of the city. And so you're basically wherever it's going, you're following it, right?
Yeah, I'm thankful because this is a place I've actively tried to forget as much of it as I can.
No trace of it is here.
And well, good. I'm now that this thing is taking us in the direction. I'm glad I don't have to probe my mind and see if I remember anything. I don't want to stir anything more up. If I can help it.
No.
Yeah, repress those memories.
Keep them. That's the
bottled up.
lesson we are
go.
teaching today.
That's what's healthy. So you are, and so you this thought is coursing through your mind. The idea that a lot of the painful memories that would have been attached to a specific turn or a specific shop or cul-de-sac, it's not possible. Like the annihilation has made it impossible to have that experience. And so you are letting it guide you like a...
Like a dowsing rod.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Of course. Cthulhu's job, everybody. That's, like a magic stick, like a water magic stick.
Drowsing rod.
Yeah. Oh, now. So you are just letting it guide you, just like a stray dog, through this place and that place, and it following its instructions, you find yourself pulled into something like a dead-end cul-de-sac, where you think that it might have been a square at one point. You're racking your brain to figure out where it might have been.
Right.
But at some point, you think, I mean, just idly in your mind, you think they must have tried to. There must have been a period of time when the place was collapsing, when it had been cast out, where they tried to do the best they could to reconfigure their
Right.
space into a kind of defensibility. So this place that was once an open square is now a shattered fountain where the opposite road is completely full of rubble to a height of 30 or 40 feet. It's just shattered buildings. It's basically like a bowl. And as you look up and around, you can hear heavy, sharp footfalls in the remains of these buildings that surround this square. And as you look up, you hear these heavy falls, but you also hear the clink and slide of metal plates. And so, in looking up into the windows, you can start to see violet eyes blinking in these spaces. And it is then that over this 30, 40-foot mass, a black wake of driders, massive, hideous human spider hybrids, driven mad by the process of their transformation. They've begun to come down, and as they do, rocks and stones are following them in a kind of avalanche that is filling the air with dust. Historically speaking, in Dungeons & Dragons, this has been the time. Yes, Rosie Biesinger knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is initiative, ladies, gentlemen, every conceivable coordinate in between. Womp, 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 womp.
What?
Shut up.
I get to go
Ryan.
first? I never get to go
ladies,
first.
please you, dude. It's
Well, I got a 21, so.
Oh, shoot, really?
well, no, what's your initiative?
Well, 20 minus 1, so I got 19.
Yeah,
It's a natural 20, isn't it?
it's very, very good.
It's so good.
Right. 22.
Whoa!
Wow,
Really?
everyone's going.
Dude, this
before
almost
me?
never happens.
Also got a 21, but I'll go after Rosie.
Okay.
I still go last for the 20. I rolled a freaking 20.
Wow, weird.
It's really good.
That is so
I
great.
don't want to go first.
Oh man, and they rolled nasty, so they are way, way back. Awesome. Like, I'm really excited about this.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so they are coming in.
How many driders we got?
No, there are 4.
Okay.
As they're
And-
coming in, I do say to Cathris, like, do you want us to fight here or run? Like, are these
Do you recognize
family
any of
members
them?
that were- yeah.
Oh, if they were, whether or not they're family members, I would spare them. But fight or run.
Oh, all right. So regardless if they're family or not, you want us to kill them?
Well, my knowledge of the Driders is not that, like, this is not a parlay scenario. This is
No.
not me saying, wait, I was what you were, and let's be friends. That's not the case.
We could try to figure out a way to run away, I'm saying. If
Yeah.
you didn't, but if you didn't want to,
No, you think just looking around, knowing this type of terrain, you try to imagine a scenario where you can escape this is basically a nest.
Right.
Like, year by year, this place has been converted into, it's been terraformed into what is perfect for Driders.
Yeah. If anything, we need a display of strength. We need to show them that to leave us alone.
all right.
Does Cathris try to recognize any of these driders' faces? Or just try not to?
No, I want to figure it out. I want to see. Would it be enough to? What's the mechanic here to like hold? Right. I don't want to go first, but I want to. But I do want to use.
Different systems interpret like how you do that in different ways. The way that I do it is, and obviously it's so easy with these things that Clues Made Me or the pieces of paper. I can put you in here wherever you want to.
Oh, I
You can
see.
actively choose a lower one if you want. I'm not going to you rolled here, you earned it. But I can give you a shittier one if that's what you want.
No. Let me use my turn if it's even necessary to. I want that. I want to discern these driders. I want to see what I know of them. I'm looking at their. Can I see their? They've fashioned this armor. Do I recognize faces? Do I recognize? Have they changed so much that I don't know who these were?
It'd be hard to tell. They have they're generally in a word they're maddened.
Right.
Like it's milky eyes
I see.
in some cases, maybe one eye that has vision, jaws hung open, just active columns of drool. It's approaching each of them in some different way, but you can absolutely see regalia of different houses.
Oh, okay. So as far as I know, they might have cobbled that together, or maybe it's still their own.
It's not clear, no.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I would love to.
Would you?
Do how many of them can I catch in fairy fire?
As they're pouring over,
Yeah.
we got one that's going to be coming out of this wrecked warren, and then we have 3 that are coming directly over.
They got Warren?
Yeah, they have Warren G.
He's ruined. You see
He's the best of us.
Buddy.
So
okay. Well,
it's so you could easily the maximal usage is going to be these 3 here,
okay. Let me go ahead and drop that on them.
all on the floor.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Now we can see
so fairy fire. So you're going to grant some advantage.
what we're up against.
Please.
Okay, sounds good. I like what I'm seeing here.
Now, what light color do they not like the most?
Bright lights in general.
Okay. Well, I can only. It's a dim light, but I
And
can I get to choose the color.
In big cities, they can't stand them.
I like blue. Thank you. Blue for my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that. Want it back.
Okay,
That's all.
I love it.
Blue fairy fire.
Exactly. So tell me how the party is arrayed here. We have these 3 coming over the hill, coming down. We have one in this building to the right. How is the party situated here? Is this like the classic book cover scenario? Are you sort of all facing the darkness before you?
Find that drawing because I'm in the front.
Yeah, but then
that
you're
in front
also
of
in the back and the middle right now.
Yeah. Well, when you say, like, we have a little mini conversation before the battle starts, where it's
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
are you cool?
With me fucking these people
Yeah,
up?
and you're like, we
Yeah.
need a demonstration of strength. And it's
Yeah.
like, all right, I'll take the one in the middle. I will make a demonstration of strength.
Demonstrate, yeah.
Right.
I don't know that they could be. They're not going to say things to us.
Is the one in the building attacking at range or anything?
No, not that you can see.
Okay.
I mean, they're all
Members.
you think they kill people here a lot.
Okay.
You feel like it's a really good place to do this.
Okay. So we have advantage on all of them?
You have advantage on
Just
the
those
3 that are
3.
coming
They're
down.
coming
The
up
one
down
that's
the
in the
hill?
house is
Okay.
not.
I guess I'll give them the sauce. I'll try to stun all of them.
The mega beef.
Yeah. So that's going to be
So the 3 that are running down towards you.
coming toward
Okay.
us. Yeah, I'll move toward them and do 2 quarterstaff attacks and 2 martial arts attacks, and I will add stuns on all of them.
So this is that intro, like right when you come into the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody's getting some.
Yep.
You're dishing it up.
Everybody's getting some, and this is advantage on all these.
It's just grandma's buffet.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I should probably do some grammamancy. Now it seems like a really good time.
Yeah, you're gonna serve them up.
All right. Forget I said anything. I wasted everybody's time just then. Okay, so I will. Can I use 2 grammamancies at the same time?
Well, tell me what you're trying to do. The function of it
Okay.
is really gated by 2 charges. But tell me something rad, and we can discuss it.
Okay. Now the grammamancy, the shadow stuff that I make does not do any damage, but it can interact, right?
You can make something physical out of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think what I'd like to do is try to entangle these 3 fairy fired ones with roots of shadow, but then also behind us create an image of a gigantic black spider to make. I don't know if these are even intimidatable because they are so crazy. But if there is anything that they're afraid of, it would be the creature that caused them to suffer this fate. So that's going to be try to stop them and at the same time produce approximately what I feel like Lolth might present herself as.
Okay, so we have advantage on them. You are basically going to try to hold them in place as well. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll add damage if you hit.
Okay, great. So is that that's my turn?
Yeah, this is you drawing this out. Now, do you utilize any of the wisdom that you got from Sive?
Oh,
Like, is it
sure.
inflected at all by the new skills you've learned?
So he was able to teach me how to form my staff into something incredible. So probably what the staff, which is female in my head, what she does is she is the one that leaves me to become this giant spider. So the staff of the master, I go, and then it's like, yeah, and then vanishes behind me. And as it kind of like slides out of my hands, it's growing all the legs and coming to be this like super nasty, like lots of way too many
but
joints.
it's that thing they do where they rear up.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Nasty little.
And then just right on the bulbous abdomen, the staff of the master, like a bright sigil.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
Love it.
Right, I like what I'm seeing here.
Excellent.
Delicious use of the product. Walnut on grass,
Yeah.
inheritor of the mysteries of the EPA. How will you increase joy?
I'm going to, seeing this, do flaming. What is a house spider?
There's one in the house. I was saying go after the one in the house.
Oh, okay. I mean, I had this whole big thing.
All right, fine.
I had a fucking thing going.
No, that's fine.
Sorry. Walnut goes, what? Like hearing Dinar whisper something to her, and is going to drop a big green flaming sphere.
A what?
On a green flaming sphere on the three tangled up boys.
Right up front, yeah.
But it's important that you know that I'm casting this at a 3rd level, so I would damage would be increased by 1d6.
Dang. What's the
They must
radius
make
on
a
that?
it's a 5 foot in diameter.
5 foot in
So
diameter?
maybe it'll just
Okay.
lick 2 of them.
Try to land it between two of those.
5
guys.
foot diameter, you can catch 2.
All right, 2. They need to make dexterity saving throws.
They do. It will not surprise you to learn that
they're goofed.
they're real good at dexterity.
Yeah, but they're all entangled.
They're entangled.
Yeah, they're still
Seems like
spiders.
this-
So shouldn't they have disadvantage? Can I use some of my advantage to confer disadvantage?
Well, no. It's, they're not in a good spot. I just thought it was funny. Like they're very, very dexterous, but there's no question that they get disadvantage for that.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh. Womp, womp, womp,
Oh,
womp, 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 womp. Shadow Council, may my labors please you. Grace saved, Rider.
Wow, that's the 4th.
Did you,
Yeah.
Alyssa? Did you know that?
Oh,
Ryan-
here, but the next one is the one.
Yeah.
That's that classic Time Mora rolling that I
Right.
know and love.
So one of them saves, but it's just half. I mean, and you
It's still, yeah, he gets half damage.
no, and please add one more die of whatever you're using.
For 3rd level or for?
Yeah, I will.
for
I don't have 3
fairy
die.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying because we have advantage and because she has gripped them.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have you add one
You
more
can
die
get
of whatever
more
you're rolling.
damage.
Oh.
So 11,
Yowza.
And then another one.
and then another one.
Yeah.
12.
It's a little cherry
little
on the
taste.
top.
Just a little, yeah.
But that's easy because then that one just takes 6. So look at that.
Yeah, that's just 12 divided by 2 right there.
Gifts keep on giving.
And I can
calculus.
drive this thing around like an RC car in subsequent turns.
What?
Oh, the
Wait.
ball.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
so
what?
can we...
The ball? How long does it stick around?
When you move the sphere, you can direct it up over barriers, across pits. It ignites flammable objects and sheds a bright light in a 20-foot radius.
Oh, they hate that.
No,
Oh my
that's right.
god, they hate bright
have
lights.
Oh no,
sunlight
bright
sensitivity.
light is
Yeah.
bright light is very, very good.
Because this is when we were
shit,
falling
we're
the
gonna
one
destroy
time.
these.
There was the big orb above.
That's right.
Is this going to affect us being able to jump in and attack, though? Is this in the way at all for us?
Of 2 of them.
Of 2 of them.
Just don't hit those,
So
or you'll have to do a dex check.
the one that's not hit by that is the only one.
I don't think that she has designed this in a way to make it difficult for you to
Okay.
attack them.
Well, I remember before, but
Joke's on you.
there wasn't there like a ceiling ball that was coming down?
There was. It was like this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this.
No.
So I guess this is only 5
Might
feet.
be.
That's not as big.
Dinar Blitzen, hopefully you can do a lot of damage
Well,
because
Yeah.
they have a lot of.
I'm going to take advantage on everything forever.
Show 'em what you're
First,
Is there any? Before you start, is there any combat use of your ult?
it's dominating something that can be. I mean, I could yell at one of them to do what I want, but it doesn't feel as. I could also kill a bunch of them with my sword. It feels like that.
It's true.
Of 4 enemies, if there was one that was an obvious leader, no,
Yeah.
there's not one that's like leading the pack that I could.
They're
Maybe
crazy pants.
The one in
Yeah.
the house could be a leader.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You tap him for management.
Yeah, I mean, he seems smart.
He's going places. I'll just kill the 3 of them in the middle.
I'll just win this encounter and just.
It just seems easier.
You just have a lot of boons, and so
Yeah. All right. So
Put it in.
and we already have advantage on all of them, and they all have disadvantage.
I know. So it's like, can I even spend for advantage?
No.
All right. Well,
Here's what happens. We all stab with our weapons at the same time, at the same wound, and all our swords and barbed implements just get choked right before it does any damage at all. All
they
these
all
blessings.
stop right short. So I will. What I'll do is target the one that's hurt the most. I'm gonna come in with a thunderous smite as a bonus action. So if I hit with a melee attack, I'm gonna do extra damage. Then melee,
Oh, melee.
Mario, and then I'm gonna go after that guy first. I'm also taking Great Weapon Master. So
You have advantage.
Yeah.
this is
Cut him up.
We're rolling for people to get prizes. That's what these
Yeah,
rolls are
so
for.
that's a 17.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's a 10. So 17.
17?
Yes.
No.
I don't
Whoa!
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
So yeah, burn that advantage.
What?
Double advantage.
No, we have natural advantage.
Yeah, I don't.
I know.
Yes,
Double
I
advantage.
need those.
Yeah, can I super advantage?
Keep rolling.
Well, I get 2 attacks, so
Yeah, thank goodness.
let's
Try
give it
again.
another go.
Yeah.
I need to roll higher than 17. Christ.
Yeah.
Also, flavor-wise, I, looking like Cthulhu, pull this sword out and just
Giant sword.
scream a battle cry as I run in there. But it comes out in like Cthulhu's voice, so it's like, ah, ah,
You're off your game.
yeah,
You know, it's like even you're going, ah.
ah.
Ooh.
All right.
Better.
So that's a 19,
Okay.
and that's a, oof, that was almost a 20.
Oh, I like
That's
to
a
keep
9.
riding that rail.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Do I get him with a
I'll lean
19?
around, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I ended with a 17. I don't want to take this for granted. All right. So here we go. Now comes the fun.
Big dice.
Yeah.
No whammies.
10 automatic. So it's 10 plus 2d6 plus 3. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. So 22 plus 2d6 thunder damage for the smite.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
8.
Jeez.
So that's 30. He has to make a strength save or he's pushed back 10 feet. Does that kill it?
No.
I don't think so.
No, strength save?
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, no, he sucks. Yeah.
Sunlight sensitivity. How long is your ball?
Can I
last?
direct that 10? I can when I'm hitting him, I can pick the direction. Can I,
Let's say that it's like the classic samurai style engagement.
Yeah.
That's mostly about positioning.
So my flavor on this is I go in, swing hard and crazy, thrown off because I'm not myself and I'm doing it with the Chris. And then I get my wits, catch him the second time. If they're in a line of 3 and the 2 are the one that got hit, I want to hit this outside guy back into the ball, back into his buddies. I want to smack these guys all sideways,
Weird.
but I want to hit him.
Yeah.
I want to hit him back towards that ball with that push.
I see.
I like it. Yeah, you can choose the 10 feet if you want to.
I do. So what's he? So he hit it. I want to smack him back into that ball. So then what's the D? I want to get all that D on him.
That's 46. It was the first time.
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere. So it would be at the end of its turn.
At the end of its turn.
Okay.
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 So,
But that was a big heap of spider.
yeah.
It was a spider ball.
I mean, I'd at least knock him in that direction.
Oh
He's
yeah. And you
on top of his other
no,
buddy.
you definitely made an impression on his carapace. So that is Dinar Blitzend's turn. Now the bad guys go. You see, Tasty is with the bad guys.
Okay.
So there is
Fell in the
this
bad crowd.
agent. What's that? The bad
You
crowd.
fell in with the bad
You
crowd.
did.
Tasty, no.
There is
smoking.
My name is Tasteful.
Yeah.
There's this Drider off on the side that is just sort of observing these events as they come down. And Tasty, just without hesitation, is running up this rubble and then goes into a lower window in the same structure. And you see him disappear into the
Oh,
Tasty.
the darkness.
so brave.
He's gonna aggro.
Yeah.
Leroy Jenkins in all over this thing.
Great.
No, it's getting janked, kid. Let's see. I need to roll for my cauldron.
Again?
Another?
Wow.
Jeez,
I do.
cheesy crease.
No.
Everybody wants to be employee of the week at Dinar's.
Nope,
Big Daddy
Yum Yum
Dinar's
Hut.
Yum Yum Hut.
Now,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
let's.
some.
So these Driders are finna get crazy. They begin to immediately lash out at the closest, most delicious targets. In this case, obviously,
Cthulhu.
well, yes, another Cthulhu, right? Exactly. So first, a cruel woman atop this spider body, just bedecked in sliding steel plate, just starts to bring down just a rain of razor sharp claws and sword blows.
Oh boy. Oh no. With disadvantage, of course.
Oh yeah, they're having a bad day. Okay, what's your AC?
16.
Okay. Miss with the longsword. 16, you said?
Yep.
Miss with the second longsword.
Miss me with that long forward.
Miss me with
No.
that. How many long swords does this bitch got?
Miss me with that longsword.
All three long swords.
No.
She can't land
So
a single one.
so it's just like everywhere you go, there is one of these legs
Okay.
coming down.
I see.
It is. You know that it would be easier if you were Rosie B. Stinger. You know that you'd be able to just dance around this. As it stands, you're having to contend with having like fully twice the target size.
A lot.
These are coming down, so that the sword goes one way, the sword goes another way, and you're getting out. And Rosie would not have been hit by this
Oh
attack.
man.
Shoot.
So the sword is basically in a cross in front, and then as you try to sort of pirouette and turn out of the way, she brings her mouth, like her teeth, come down and clamp into your shoulder
Yeah.
in such a way that you can't physically pull yourself away from her.
Got the palps.
Yo, you're getting palped,
Oh
kid.
no. Don't
You
pout.
heard?
Don't pout me here.
Don't pelt me, bro.
Yeah.
You take 1 point. So it's like the flesh part of the wound. You can feel the fangs, like the top and bottom of the fangs, connect
You.
inside the meat of your shoulder. And then a second later, it feels like fire
Oh.
is running through that wound.
Uh-oh.
And then all up and down the right side of your body begins to spasm in agony. That's 9 more points.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh.
Am I poisoned?
This just poison damage.
Okay.
You do not get the poisoned property.
Effect. Okay.
No, which is good for you. The other two are going after the the oddly colored Cthulhu Draub. Your
You do?
AC is massive, as I recall.
18.
Yeah.
There you go.
So 2 sword slices are a miss. More misses. It's just swinging madly. Its jaw just hanging open, sort of swinging slowly back and forth. And then it reaches down and tries to swipe for a bite as well. Swinging with the sword. Oh, man. Gotta get out of this. All right, here. That was a 19 and a 20.
Ooh.
Bwom, 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 bwom.
Dang, y'all.
What?
Shadow Council, may my labors please you.
Uh-oh.
So that one's going to connect
For double damage.
with this savage bite. Just right on the side of your face.
Yeah.
Just like
My beautiful face.
just bites into the cheek.
I'm like, no.
Your beautiful face.
Yeah.
You are able to secure a hot 8 points of damage.
Now, okay. So I'm not. I guess I'm not poisoned.
I can't be poisoned.
Yeah, I
in the
can't. So
classic
does that
sense.
mean I don't take the damage from it?
No, you take the poison damage.
This doesn't seem. That doesn't.
It's like regular damage.
here to tell
but
you
there's a
right
poison
now
flavor.
It's
That whatever biological immunities you might have developed in this surface.
It's not biological. It's
a new kind of poison.
It's divine. It's from God.
It's sweet holy lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your holy lord has no place in the Underdark.
No, God is dead. From the window,
To the wall.
arrows whistle out
Uh-oh.
toward Dinar. It's only a 16. Yeah. Hey, big guy.
Who's
No.
this arrows?
So in addition, so arrows. So just a hail of like 3 arrows, 3 separate black barbed arrows are flung out of this window just above where Tasty walked in.
He betrayed me.
Yeah. Who's doing that?
Yeah, exactly.
Spiders have bow and arrows now.
Exactly. So interesting. Okay, Josh, if you could please be so kind as to tip my cauldron.
What
What is happening?
the heck?
What is life?
It's Dinar, man.
You
What
did
is
this
life?
to
It's
us.
dinner.
You did this.
No, now.
I can't even use them.
It's a curse. It's a witch's curse.
No.
This is like some gift of the Magi.
No, as I had suggested previously, this seems as though it was a urban space, once a place of high society that had been converted into a defensible, maybe even a last stand situation.
Right.
And you can see just up this rubble and to the left, there is a flat portion, what was perhaps once maybe the top floor of a building. Now the rest of it having been sheared away, it's just a kind of platform. And you can see a ballista positioned up, still attached, hinged, ready to operate. You think that you may be able to figure out how to leverage it, and you utilize this moment to tell your allies about it. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ballista explains it all.
Okay, that was pretty great.
That's it, everybody. Quit.
Good night. Hey, so Cthulhu Straub,
Go for that ballista. No, wait, let's see.
it's up to you. I mean, you have many options at your disposal. These things are implacable.
The lips are the best part.
you.
You know, the terrifying thing about them is that it's not personal.
Oh, yeah.
They're not conscious of it. They're
that's
just
why- and I'm not-
torment. They're just animals in torment.
Yeah, I'm sad for them. I mean, that seems like the wrong reaction to have when being slaughtered by them, potentially. I just feel sorry for you. I'm just ruined. I'm going to drop some tentacles in this space.
Which kind?
The spectacular kind.
Okay.
Spectacular variety.
I don't know how you want.
Are there any other kind?
Oh,
Let's see here. So what's the... yeah,
I want to add one quick question. So if that guy is hitting me, did any of them end in the ball still? They couldn't move, right? So they all took that ball damage
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
because they ended their turn in the ball.
And the ball damage is
3d6.
Very nice.
They do those dex saves.
You know what? Here, as an added value,
Here, throw them in here.
I will use these dice. No, these are going to be DM dice
Oh, well, so people can see them.
Daddy
to do
dice.
damage. Oh, no. No.
Nobody gets to see the daddy
No,
dice.
these are mine.
Yeah, all these 20s he's
I don't
rolling.
even hear him. They're not rolling. What is he doing?
Oh, God.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
yeah. No, this,
111. Who knew?
no. This is going to be quite a good gift for the person who gets them. Good. This is way over average. Okay. Yeah, that's a healthy supply of damage there. Less healthy, but
Thanks for remembering about my...
yeah, absolutely.
ball.
I was trying to use it. Environmental
No,
We love that
they're-
ball.
as possible.
They're
It's good
yeah,
use.
they're like there's just a black smoke.
Before he drops the tentacular, may I suggest, for the pleasure of the DM, that we discuss the possibility of doing a group combo attack with all.
Oh
of
no,
our
this
bolts.
this has been your fantasy for ages, right?
Yes.
You want to try to combine.
Oh, it's the top because it's at the top of the
Supers.
round. We'll just all burn our turn at once.
Yeah,
Could
exactly.
Dinar yell at us so good that we get inspired to do these rad shadow beasts with tentacles coming out of them?
Yes,
that
yes.
Contend with these riders.
So I dominate the team
Yeah.
into all alting at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Like a general.
Your dominate could probably be used on like the guy that we can't get to, right?
I mean,
Like,
it could
he
too.
could fire on his
then
own
it-
squad.
Yeah.
But
I don't
acting
wanna-
as
I
the
don't wanna
general.
I don't want to be dominated by Dinar.
But I wish that it were a choice.
But I mean, if we all chose to give up our turn to...
So evil.
Yeah.
So basically, a reign of evil shadow creatures, from which evil tentacles burst.
It would be
I'm open for other ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not mad at it. I
No,
listen.
as
I
the,
support this
Walnut
100%.
does not like it.
cubeing it. Yeah.
What kind of creatures would Walnut summon down here for Forest Friends?
Like bats.
Okay, cool.
Flying foxes.
Bats,
Bat bombs.
and you would grant them some kind of like tentacle lashes like, coming out of their mouths or their wings, or how'd that
Flying
work?
Bat squids.
Flying bat squids.
Well, if I remember right, I mean, I don't know if they'd be alive anymore at that point, but we could have them sort of dive bomb.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So we get those bats.
Mm-hmm.
I pop my coals out of those while they're headed for.
Oh,
now,
see,
Yeah.
I was
what's
thinking.
the ultimate? Yeah.
I was thinking
Let's work it out.
have the bats dive in, have them like
Drop?
with the shadow spikes hitting. So they're hitting for damage, and then they impact and die, and then as they die, the
tentacles,
tentacles
out
pop.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
What if I don't want these animals to die for once?
well, it doesn't matter. If I told you to do it, I say you do
That's
this.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Sure, you're dominating. I guess you're designing this.
Yeah,
so
that's
that sounds
that's
pretty
how
good
it
to me.
goes according to this.
Well, like as like rather, I don't care about the driders, but if I see you thinking about those forest friends, I'm like, oh no, the bats. Like they don't deserve this.
Could be rats.
I like rats.
A
I
little,
like
a
bats,
little
too.
callback, but I'm
Bats are
like,
cute.
goddamn right.
Walnut understands things need to fall in battle, and also these are Underdark things, so Walnut's fine. Amy said.
Okay.
You can blame Dinar.
Yeah, Rosie will use Shadow to like mount almost like jousts, whatever the term for that is.
Lance?
Lances,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like so
Shadow
these will-
lances?
Yeah, these will all be like these bats are coming in, but they have these sharp shadow lances coming out of their chests.
Thumbtacks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna hurt just a little.
How is this communicated in this? Like, how does it work?
Oh no!
What are we
No,
doing?
no. This is
on
all
his turn?
Dinar.
I do need to hear the like role play flavor.
Oh no!
that
This is
you
all Dinar
shout
because it's
out.
actually the combo actually comes from you
Yeah.
establishing the domination, and then iterating everyone like basically popping all of the alts at the same time in a specific configuration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see it, Dinar.
Well, that's. I guess that's what it would be, like a field generally sort of thing. Like I just said, he would eyes would glow super
Gold and
super
copper.
gold.
Copper.
Yeah,
Sure.
just gold beams emitting from his head.
Nice.
And then he would just assess the situation, and then just be like, "You make bets."
Scream!
You would be like, "I don't want to make Don't tell me what to.
No, but like there isn't even a squeak. It's just like
Yeah, it's inaudible.
Yeah.
And it's like your eyes are shining, and like through it, it's so potent. It's kind of piercing the potion, like the mask. I can see the outline of Dinar beneath it.
Oh yeah.
And then as they come in and be like, give him shadow armor.
Shadow armor, shadow
Yeah.
spikes. I'm like, no, oh god, get out of my head.
Yeah, Green Lantern little suits of armor.
Yes.
But it's light, it's fine because the shadow stuff
nothing.
that you enfold them in.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? So Brenna got a snack the other night. I promise. I'll get right back to it. They were called chocolate enrobed strawberries.
Oh yeah.
Right? And so I think that it's like you enrobe them in shadow.
Thick
delicious shadow.
Thick bat
And
plate.
it's hinged.
Velvety.
And it's hinged and perfect.
All their wings have
And
like
then
little
no,
armor
no.
tips.
They look
was gonna
metal
say,
as
like,
hell.
They're
Yes.
shooting little.
Yeah.
They're fighter jets.
This
Yeah,
is like
yeah,
a
exactly.
this is like a peachy. Right?
This is good.
This is like a peachy.
And then
And then as they impact, turns to you and go, tentacles.
What do you guys do?
And then whatever this all works out to.
is that
Could be
is that three separate dominates?
Yes.
It would have to
You
be
burn three ults?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is going to have to be a massive amount of damage. And
Yeah.
then,
Oh no, it's
those-
it's
but then
tremendous.
you'd all have to be like incredibly pissed at me because I just hijacked your bodies. Also, this lasts for 8 hours, so
Oh my god.
What?
we're
Now you tell us.
we're all great friends. Look,
the dominate that we have is 10 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it was 10 minutes.
Yeah. The dominate that you get from the ability is 10 minutes. So
That's
thank you.
long
says on
enough to
here.
do something.
Now,
I still don't like it.
If it was at the 8th level, it's 8 hours.
so it happens, people.
Okay.
It
happens.
Happens. Like these flying foxes, these massive war bats are coming straight down, shrieking silently. And as they get close, like the armor just pops. The armor just like pops and goes free, and then just all this spiky shadow steel is just piling up on them. And then as they get close, that is when, I mean, it almost looked like there's like a Cthulhuvian cast that as they get close, just these, it looks like an evil papaya or something. They just
imagine.
vomit it over a dark papaya, and that emerges into midair, and then in midair becomes itself this massive central star, like a sea star, surrounded by lashing gem whips that fall in and collapse on these already burning spiders.
This is the best album cover.
And they these things that they have thrown up and then immediately flown away to safety.
Yeah.
They are just sort of like writhing in place. Like they have a relationship to physicality that is distinct. They can be where they want and then work and operate. So they are taking this place. They are taking this place apart. These three foes are now actively bleeding from
All the holes.
from innumerable wounds. They are in an incredibly bad spot. They are going to reach out and try to touch someone.
Oh.
So
Any of them?
No, so I put something in here specifically designed to test you.
Okay.
It is a really good thing that you did what you did. Let's put it that way. But the shadow substrate that was a part of this process has now been sort of ground up and abraded by this bizarre first strike. And so they are using what is left of their energy.
I don't know what it means.
Womp, 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 womp.
No.
They're using what is left of their energy to leap on you, Rosie
Oh,
with that 20. So that's the longsword
They have disadvantage. They're entangled by shadow.
sweeps down.
And yet,
These protections are braided, as I suggested. So 8 damage from the longsword.
okay.
Oh boy.
That's the second longsword, cruel and deadly, misses.
Okay.
Other 2 Driders come over for Big Daddy Dinar. 12 is not sufficient. 13 is not sufficient. 11 is not sufficient. So they are just, it's just, you can't even tell where the, yeah, exactly. You can't tell which one of these is coming at you. It's just it is just like a single organism that's just all angry legs and swords.
It's like they got in their own way.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So they have tried, the 2 of them have tried unsuccessfully to crush you under 6 attacks, none of which have connected, or if they do, they've only glanced. 2 shots. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm getting, well, I am the tank.
Oh, this is nice.
You have one job.
So
Yeah.
7 points.
Get shot at.
7 points of damage
No.
finds its mark in a tiny sliver of space between your armor.
Chris flesh.
And then once it hits, a second later, you feel just a pulse of fiery pain lick out from the wound for another 3 damage. And then you hear a stifled, maddened cry from the window, and then you see Tasty come to the window, and he snaps a longbow
Nice.
Finally, thank
over
you.
his knee.
Yay.
Friends, that is all
What?
we have time for in today's
No.
show.
What?
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 Cauldron.
God.
The cauldron again. Here. Good God. Here. All right. No, I got it.
Oh no.
This is
No.
no.
Oh no.
You're gonna heal them all up again
Here,
or some
here.
shit? Like
This
last
is
time?
this is why I have a cauldron. Now, some of these could be very bad. Let's see.
What did you get?
you get?
was it, Jerry?
What is that?
6. What is that?
The 6. Is that good?
Show me the chart.
What's the good one?
Is it good? Is it the
Give us
good
the
one?
good one.
We got another tasty.
Josh, can you tip the cauldron, please?
Yeah, I know. I'm growing to
They
despise them.
What you got, Jerry?
There is a thin wake of pebbles that begin to roll down the top of this mound of wreckage. And cresting this hill is a Drider whose raiment is still that of a priestess of Lolth.
Oh no.
And we will see what she gets up to
Oh
in
no.
the next game. That's gotta be your mom. Shadow Council, thank you so much.
Gotta be your fucking mom.
It has been a real good time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed these cool lights. Thank you for
They're
letting
so
me push.
great.
Thank you for letting me push the buttons so many times. I really appreciate it. Hey, don't go nowhere. We're gonna go try the facilities, and then we're gonna come back and talk about the game for a while. Don't miss it. We'll see you soon.
Goosebumps.